or two, but I think I recognise most of these names or initials. Some people are just an initial. Hello, oh, totally new. Hello, Lisa, welcome. Welcome. If you've done any kind of yoga before, then you'll probably recognise sort of similarities between yoga and Pilates. So a lot of the Pilates moves are actually based on yoga moves. Yoga's a lot older than Pilates, but if you've never done yoga or Pilates, then just go along with what you can for today. Don't worry too much about, when I talk about breathing, just forget that for now and just concentrate on the movement. Obviously it applies to everyone, but don't do anything. Oh, cool, you've done yoga, so you'll be fine. Welcome to the dark side. Yeah, I mean, it applies to everyone. If you've got any injuries or any niggles at the moment, make it easy, listen to your body. Don't do anything that causes any pain. There should not be any sharp pains or anything when you're doing the exercises, but obviously everybody is different. So if you've got any sharp pains or anything like that, then stop, take a stretch, have a walk around. Sometimes you might get cramp. Usual places are kind of back of the legs, or maybe in the glutes or in the toes. So just try and really focus on breathing just normally. And just being relaxed. And there's a light tension that we need to keep around this area, so the lower belly and the kind of core area, or the center as we call it in Pilates. So that's just the light engagement of your stomach muscles, and that's when I say things like bring your belly in and up, that's just a light kind of tension there, but it's not such a strong tension that you can't breathe and you have to hold your breath. So no gripping on for dear life with those stomach muscles, but just a gentle engagement. And that's kind of all you need to know, really. Okay, so it's 12:30. I'm just going to make sure that there's no other questions that I haven't covered. We're all good. Knees underneath, hands underneath the shoulders. If for any reason you've got any wrist pain or issues, you can always come to a fist instead, just to put less pressure on your wrists if you have any. Okay, so we're going to just take a little stretch for the spine. So we're going to take an exhale and around the spine, drop the head down, tuck the pelvis under and push the top of your spine up towards the ceiling. Relax the head and then inhale, take it the other way. So we're going to lift the head up, drop the belly down and arch the back, sticking the tailbone up to the ceiling now. Let's do 2 more each way, nice and slow. Exhaling, drawing the belly in and up, rounding the spine, just stretching into the mid, upper and a little bit of the lower back, and then inhale. 1 more of those. Exhale, round. Just let the head relax, give the head a little shake, get the neck to release, and then inhale. Good, and then come back to somewhere in between those 2 positions. So you're not arched, so you're not kind of rounding the spine, as nice flat back. Okay, we're going to take our left leg out behind us with toes touching the floor. So we're going to activate the back of the body and the glutes, lifting the belly in and up, keeping the neck in line with the spine. So that means pretty much looking down at your floor, your mat, but don't worry too much. I know it's not the most exciting thing to look at, but we're thinking about alignment. So we're just going to lift our leg up to the height of our hips, squeezing from the bottom to do that, and then lower down. So we're going to do that a few times. Lift up and lower. Exhale as you lift and squeeze your bottom a little bit. Try and keep your leg really straight. So try not to bend at the knee like this. Keep stretching the leg back. Rather than thinking high, think long. Stretch it away from the body. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it over to the other side. So just bring that leg in, stretch the right leg out, it was on the floor to start with, belly lifts in and up, shoulders nice and level, and exhale, squeeze from the bottom to lift the leg. Nice gentle start here, activating through the glutes. So just breathe naturally and normally, or you can exhale on that lift if you want to help those muscles engage. So mind and body connection, lifting the muscles and contracting the muscles as you exhale is generally where we go in this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to bring the knees back underneath our hips. Now we're just going to practice a little move with our arms now. And the main point of this is to keep the shoulders still. So as we lift our arm away, we don't want to kind of drop down and do anything strange with the spine. So we want to keep the spine exactly where it is. Let's just breathe normally here. And we're just going to reach the fingertips out. So again, what I said, don't reach so far that you have to drop the shoulder down. So just reach to a point where you can maintain the shoulder position. And then we're going to lift the arm up and down, just like we did with our leg. So we're not moving anything else. And the arm's just coming up in line with the rest of the body. So while you're doing this, just notice where the weight is being distributed on the rest of the body. So you're probably going to be pushing more into your right hand. Just try and spread the fingers nice and wide to take the weight evenly throughout that hand. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Bring that hand back in. Straight over to the right side. So keep a little bend, gentle bend in that left elbow. And then straighten up, down. Again, try not to move your hips. Try not to move your shoulders. Just keeping everything nice and still. Apart from that moving arm. Keep lifting belly in and up. But still breathing. Last 4 coming up. 4, 2. Done. Now we're going to add those 2 together. So we're here for a little bit longer. So if you need to take the wrists, give them a little release and then come back to all 4s. So now we're going to take left leg, right arm, same positions to start with. Pretty easy, 8 on each side. Lift belly in and up. Nice straight spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting warmer now, guys. Good way to get warm quickly. Stretch the other side. Right leg, left arm, and go. So just notice maybe if one side feels easier than the other. It might be quite a subtle difference, or it might be no difference. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring those knees back, feet together, knees a little bit wider, and then just sit back towards your heels and stretch your arms forwards. Okay, we're going to take a little stretch and look underneath our left arm, and then turn to the other side. So it's just a gentle stretch into the hips and side of the body. So just turning the upper body from side to side, 1 more each side. Go back to center and then roll back up. Okay, now we're going to come onto our back. I'm going to turn myself around. So make sure you have room at the bottom and above your head on your mat or whatever you have to lay on. You might not have a mat, you might just be on a carpet or something like that, that's fine. Okay, so just bring the legs to a comfortable position and let's just give those legs a little shake and just release the bigger muscles. So the quads and these kind of muscles, they're quite dominant sometimes. We want to really relax these muscles, the bigger muscles, and focus on the stabilizing muscles, the deep kind of buried stabilizers. So bring the arms back towards the hips. Now the move we just did, we're going to do something similar on our backs to work the front more of the body because we did a bit more of the back of the body. So we're going to exhale and bring one leg to tabletop and then the other leg to join it. Then we're going to take our arms up over our shoulders. So similar kind of thing, we're going to do opposite arm and opposite leg. You can choose how low to take your leg down, but I want you to first really engage through the low belly, lift belly in and up, and then stretch left leg, right arm. So you can go all the way to the floor if you want to, or halfway, and then come back in. Let's do the first couple slow, just to get the concentration, and need a little bit of coordination for this one as well. And then we can go a little bit faster. Okay, let's do 10. 8. Keep lifting belly in and up. Good, 6 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Just hug the knees in, just pull them in towards your chest. Try and keep your tailbone down though, if you can. Okay, now we're going to do our little alternating toe tap. So I want you to just sort of stretch your arms out, have your palms onto your knees, and that's where you want to keep. So that's right above your hip. Relax the arms down, now they can relax. So we're just going to tap down 1 foot at a time. Alternating legs. Exhale to come back up. If it's too challenging to take your foot all the way to the floor, you can just go halfway maybe, and then back up. That's just going to be a little bit less intense on your lower abdominals, which we're working quite strongly here. We got 10 more. So keep the head and neck down, just turn the head from side to side, make sure there's no tension creeping in the neck. Try and keep the shoulders down as well. Sometimes they'll start to creep up as our abdominals get a little bit fatigued. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, take both feet down, just give the legs a shake. Okay, now we're going to bring our feet and our knees together. Take our arms out in line with our shoulders and palms face up. We're going to use our arms to do our sideline twist. We're going to start off with our feet on the floor, and then we might progress to here just to make it a little bit more challenging. So zip up through the lower belly, and then we're going to take the knees over to the right. Keep the knees and feet together. Try not to let that top knee fall back. Inhale and stretch through the whole side body, and then exhale to pull back to center. So you're drawing your belly in and pulling those legs back to the center line, then all the way over to the other side. So use your arms, push down, give yourself a little bit of kind of help on that movement. Try and keep both shoulders down all the way through this movement. Okay, so inhale over to stretch, exhale, contract, draw back to center. It's that contraction again. Inhale and exhale. Now this is really lovely release for the low back, but if it doesn't feel so good, make the move a little bit smaller. If you're feeling not very challenged and you want a bit more, take those feet back to tabletop and then do the same thing. So all the way over, exhale back. Just go as far as your body will let you, so don't force the knees down to the floor. Use those arms and shoulders. Good. Okay, we've just got 2 more. It's really going to help you, even the new people. You'll find that when you exhale, you'll get a stronger contraction and it will be easier to work the muscles. Good. Let's just have. Okay, so we're going to do a little combination move now. Says my internet connection is unstable. Not disconnecting from you guys. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands just behind our head, just loosely. I want you to try and keep the elbows wide. They might start to come in, but try and keep them wide if you can. So we're going to lift our head and our chest off of the floor using our upper abdominals. So the legs are going to stay down for now. Let's just learn the top part of the move. We're going to exhale and lift up and just end up kind of looking through your thighs or towards the top of your knees. So nice and slow. Let's not do crazy amounts of these. I'm still staying at the top on this first one, and then we lower down. So we're going to hold at the top for quite a while. We're going to build some stamina. Let's go again. Exhale, lift. Keep that exhale going, and then inhale, staying at the top. And then on the next exhale, lower down. So it's 3 breaths. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. So we hold at the top to build that strength. Okay, let's do one more like this. And then inhale. And then lower down. Okay, now we're going to add in a little bit here. So elbows are going to come a little bit closer. We're going to try and lift our legs as well. Now, if you don't want to do this part, you can just stay with that chest lift and just keep doing that. you want to extend the challenge a little bit more, we're going to exhale and bring our knees in. And then we're going to extend our legs up to the ceiling and reach our hands to join. We'll try and touch our toes. Then we're going to lay the head down, reach the arms back, and the legs come towards the floor. Only go as far as you can keep your back flat, okay? So don't let your back arch, and then come back in. So the hands come back. We crunch in, we reach up, we take arms, and then we come back in. This is quite intense. Make it smaller if it's too challenging. That will make it a little bit more doable. Whatever version you're doing, let's do 4 more. Good, crunch in, 3 to go. So we're just another exhale to reach up and pulse, and then an inhale. So this is the last one. And extend. Bring the arms back around and hug the knee. Excellent. So we've done quite a lot on the abdominals now. Let's just give them a little rest. Let's work into our hip mobility and flexibility. So we're going to do our I haven't done this for a few weeks. So we're going to stretch our right leg along the floor. Try and flex your right foot so your toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Hug the left knee in. And then just level out your hips if they're not quite level. So one might have kind of moved up slightly. Now, if you know you can't get your leg completely straight comfortably, and you're more option. If you're really flexible in the back of your legs, go for the straight leg option. Okay, so I'm going to just bend the option to show everyone. So hands to your hips, lift them up. Try and imagine that you've got a seatbelt across your hips and it's sticking you to your floor, whatever you're on. And circle using just this lower part of the leg should be obscured by your knee if you've got the bent knee option. You shouldn't see your foot or your lower leg. So we're going to take side, bring it around and back. Now you notice I didn't straighten my leg, so I'm keeping that 90-degree angle in my whole way through. I'm not stretching the leg out and then bending it again. Yeah. So we're going to do that 5 times, nice and slow. So we're going to take the leg out, exhale to bring it back and around and stop. That's number 3. We've got 2 more. Good. Keep lifting belly in and up. You should feel this. Well, it is quite abdominal heavy actually. You will feel it in your abdominals. Let's do one more for luck. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to take it across the body first and then out to the side and then back. So your starting point is right above your hip and go again. Number 2. Keep flexing the right foot. Keep pushing the heel down and keep drawing the belly in and up. Try and relax your head and your neck and your shoulders, because there's a lot of work going on here. 1 more in this direction, and then we swap. So hug that knee in, bring the other leg in, stretch the left leg out, and then pick your position again, level out the hips, flex the left foot, point the toes up to the ceiling. Whether you're going straight, I'm going to go straight leg on this one, mix it up. Probably can't quite see my foot, slightly out of shot there. Okay, so if you're going with the straight leg, you're circling with your toes. So up to the side, inhaling, exhale across the body and back. Stop. Go again. So we stop just so that we have that control. Otherwise, that momentum is just going to take us around and we're not really concentrating. We can kind of go off and start to think about what we're going to have for dinner instead. We want to stay focused on these exercises. It's only a 45-minute class, so we can all take a little break from daily planning. Okay, and then we go the other way. Mindfulness on the mat. Good. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Last one. Excellent. So just hug the knees in again, or take a different stretch if you prefer. If you want a full body stretch, do whatever stretches you want to do. I generally suggest a stretch and you can do something different. I can't see you anyway, so it's not I'm not particularly worried if you do a different stretch. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves up to seated. We're going to roll up or turn onto the side and come up to seated, but we're still on our mat. Okay, so we're going to do roll downs, but we're going to do half roll downs to prepare. So to prepare and make it a little bit more comfortable and doable for most people, we're going to just have our legs in a relaxed position. We want to sit on our sit bones and have a nice straight spine. So the roll down is really super dependent on rolling with a round spine. So we can't really roll with a flat, so we've got to try and introduce a little bit of flexibility and soften up the muscles in the back of the body. They're generally quite tight in most of us, and this kind of means, so we're trying to strengthen the front of the body, stretch the back of the body, and then everything's more balanced. That's the plan anyway. So we're going to roll back. We're going to hold our knees first for the first 2 repetitions, then we're going to take our hands away, but you can start here if you've done it lots and you know what you're doing. So hands behind the knees, sit tall, and then start to tuck the pelvis underneath you as you round back. So we're going to come back about halfway, maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less, up to you. We're going to keep that round shape of the spine and scoop in the belly. We're going to bring our head towards our knees, and then we straighten up. So it's just teaching our body to just release through the spine. Let's go again. Exhale, roll back. And keep that. So you're going to feel all kinds of tight areas in your back here. Now we're going to take the arms away. You can carry on holding onto your legs if you're struggling. Okay, so we're going to keep that round shape in the spine. Try not to poke the chin forward too much. And then keep that rounded curve shape. Straighten up tall. Good. One more like this, and then we're going to add in a little bit more of a challenge. So you feel a little bit of abdominal challenge here. You should feel a little bit of shaking as you go back and hold. I definitely am. Let's roll back and try something different now. So we're going to come back. And now we're going to lift our front arm. Try and take it up to your ear and then back down to shoulder height. Let's do the back arm. And then back down. Let's do one more each side. Keep holding, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Keep the scoop in the belly. Oh, I'm shaking. You can probably hear it in my voice. And then we'll roll back up and straighten. Okay, one more challenge. Let's roll back. So you can just hold. You don't have to do the arm movements if you don't want to. If this is challenging enough, just stay here. Let's go for it, both arms. I'm scared. Reach. And then lower. Okay, that's super challenging, but we're doing it 3 times. Inhale up. Oh, I'm shaking like crazy. And lower. Good. Keep that belly lifted in and up. And lower down. Roll forwards. Straighten the spine. And then if you want to, you can take a little stretch. I tend to like opening up the knees and just leaning forward. Just a counter stretch because obviously we've been holding in that rounded position. And let the spine go. Okay, full roll up and roll down. Either starting here, modified, rolling down, holding onto the back of the legs and then straightening when you get there. And then doing the same on the way up, or your fully straight legs, stretching out all the way down, all the way up, using your abdominals, no other help. It's entirely up to you. Let's go for it. So if you're doing the stretched out arm version and the stretched out leg version, very technical description, bring your palms together. Let's pray. Let's pray that we make it back up. Okay, so I'm going to count to 8. Draw the belly in and up and start to round. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Helps pushing those palms together. It gives you something to focus on and takes our mind off of the work. Okay, inhale, stretch back. Exhale, squeeze legs, knees, glutes, everything. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go again. We're going to do this 2 more times, all the way down, all the way up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, And everyone else, if you're really struggling, you can have your hands behind your back and just use them a little bit here. So last repetition. So a little bit of resistance, but not too much. Don't switch those abdominals off. Move slowly and precisely. Let's come back up. You can behind your lower back. So this should be slow. There should be no throwing yourself up in the air to get up there. Good. And you want to take a little stretch forward. So once we're here, we're going to go straight into spine twist. You can do spine twist with your legs in the same position if you are comfortable here and your spine is straight. If not, cross legs or sit on a pillow or a block or something like that. Excuse me. Okay, so spine twist. Let's go for a mini version. So we're going to bring our hands to prayer. Thumbs to sternum, fingers to chin. Glue those fingers and thumbs there. They're not going to move now. We're going to sit super tall. We're going to exhale and turn to the left. So the hips don't move, just twisting from the waist. Exhale all the air out. Inhale back to center. Grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. So feel your ribs twist away and then come back. Don't let the hands move away from the body. Keep them glued where they are. Twist again. Exhale to the left. Inhale back. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. One more each side. Let's go for it. See if we can go even further. Exhale left. Inhale back to center. And last time. Exhale right. And back to center. Excellent. Okay. Let's come back down to the floor, but we're going to do it nice and slowly. So we're going to do our single leg stretch. We're going to hold on to the right ankle with the right hand. Left hand onto right knee. If you can, try and float your left leg up to 45 degrees. Just keep the belly in and up and roll back super slow. Or maybe not so slow. Depends how you're feeling today. Okay, straight into that stretch. So we're going to pull that right knee to right shoulder. Elbows nice and wide. Keep belly in and up. Now we want to pull one knee in and stretch the other leg away. That's the two opposing forces on this one. So we stretch and change hands and knees. Nothing else changes, just the hands and arms and the legs. The torso stays really still and your head and shoulders don't move. Good. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Exhaling as you pull in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Another set of 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Hug knees and lower head. Okay, we can't get out of the hundreds. We have to do the hundreds every week. Oh, sorry. The hundreds for people that don't know them, it might not be your favorite exercise. It's a little bit nasty, but you know, we got to, otherwise we can't call it Pilates. So let's stretch out. I always start off with the easier options on the hundreds, and I'll take you through various more challenging options, and you can join or you can stop at the version that you find enough. Okay, so stretch back, inhale, exhale, lift head and shoulders. Let's have the hands starting on the floor. They're going to move up and down like this, pretty fast, okay? So you're going to scoop your belly in and up, keep the head and chest lifted. If your neck starts to bother you, especially if you're new, you can come back down, but keep the arms going, okay? And whatever you're doing with the legs is up to you. So let's go for it. Start moving the arms, super strong, really straight as they can be. Create a little breeze by your feet. I need it today because it's pretty warm in here for once. Okay, so keep it going, inhaling and exhaling. So sometimes we'll breathe in for 5 and out for 5, but that doesn't suit everyone. So it's entirely up to you how you want to breathe, just as long as you do. Okay, one leg is going to come to tabletop just to involve the lower abdominals a bit more. And then I'm going to swap just like we did at the start of the class. So that alternating toe tap. Just going to give us something else to think about. While our abs are getting warmer, keep it going in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just leave both legs in your tabletop position if you prefer, but keep the arms going. Don't stop with the arms, even if your heads come down to the floor. Keep it going, keep reaching the fingertips as if you're trying to reach the opposite side of the room. If you want more, extend the legs, squeeze them together as if they're one leg. Keep reaching those arms. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want even more, lower your legs. You'll feel as soon as your legs start to lower that there's more abdominal work involved. And if you can't keep your back in the same position, just bring the legs back up. Keep the arms going, we're almost there. We've got 3 more sets. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In with the air and out with the air. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. Slowly bring the knees in towards the chest. Head comes down if it's not already there. And just turn the head from side to side. Whew. Definitely want the sun's come out now as well. Brought the sun, burning abdominals. Okay, so let's roll over onto our front now. So we'll get back. Body acts the back, but the legs and the glutes as well. So we're going to do art, which we haven't toes, drop the heels away. So the big toes are touching. I'm just going to turn my head to the side just for now, but you want to just have your forehead resting on the floor, point where you can still breathe so you're not squashing your face. So your hands are just going to be palms facing to the ceiling. And relax your shoulders down. Now, when we tense everything up, we're going to squeeze our heels together, knees together, glutes, and then we're going to lift our head up slightly, squeeze blades together, and bring the flat part of the palms to the outside of the thighs, and squeeze the arms into the body so there's no gap in between your arms and your body. We hold that for a couple of seconds, and then we just lower down and relax everything. Yeah, so it's a real kind of relaxation and then activation exercise. We can do that 6 times. So when you come down, you can turn your head to the side or you can just leave it facing forward, up to you. Let's go for it. So toes together, heels apart, relax everything. And then let's go for it. Lift, squeeze and hold. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. You can lift your feet off the floor as well if you want to, and then relax everything down. Oh, lovely. Getting ready to go again. Lift the belly in and up, squeeze everything together as narrow and as straight as you can be. Think of a dart and then lower down. Oh, relax. Okay, 4 more. Let's do this. Squeeze and lift. So shoulder blades squeeze, bottom squeezes, heels together, knees together, lower down, we're halfway. Starting to feel it in my legs. I don't know about you guys. Let's go again. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze those arms into the side body, no gap between your arms and your side waist. Lower down, we have 2 to go. These are the 2 that are challenging. We're going to hold them for 5 seconds each, just to make it even more challenging. Let's go. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Oh. Inhale, and getting ready to go again. Squeeze and lift. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze those heels together. 2, and 1. Good, well done. Relax down. Okay, so upper back time. Let's bring our hands out to the side. Elbows bent and arms in line with shoulders. So feet stay down on this one. Relax the legs completely. Scoop the belly in and up slightly. And then all we're going to do, just facing the floor, neck nice and straight. We just lift up, pushing into our hands, not too much. Squeeze the upper body and then lift the hands away from the floor just for a second or 2, then back down, and then we lower. So we're trying to build strength in the upper back muscles. Lift up, hold it there by squeezing those shoulders. Reach the arms out, thumbs face up this time. Hands come back to the floor, and then we lower. Let's do 3 more. Lift, reach, hands back, and lower. Here, lift, reach, back, lower. This is the last one, then we're going to change it up slightly. Hands down, lower. Okay, now we're going to come up. We lift and reach. We're going to palms up. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Imagine you're flying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, true aeroplane style, we're going to lift the left arm up, look up, and the hand with the eyes. Right hand comes down beside you. And then right hand up. See if you can go really high. Squeeze it behind you. This is going to really open up the chest. Alternating, just slowly turning your head from side to side. As you lift, keeping both hips down on this. Last one here. Good. Hand, slide them in underneath your shoulders. Push yourself back into your rest position. Knees wide, feet together. Reach it out in front of you. Should feel that in your upper back. Good. Okay, now we're going to come on to our sideline work. We've got about 10 minutes left, I think, from what I can see. So we've plenty of time. Get yourself up with the back edge of your mat so that you know you're in a straight line. That's the first challenge. Okay, so your hand is up, or you can be laying out on your arm, whatever's more comfortable for you. We're going to swing our feet forward to the front of the mat so that we're not balancing on one hip, because otherwise we're going to wobble forward and back. Some stability, but most of it's going to come from here. So lift belly in and up, create a tiny little gap underneath your side waist. It's not going to be huge, just a tiny amount. And then this top leg is going to just lift to hip height. We want to keep stretching out of the hip, but keep the hips one on top of the other. So you can just bring this hand to your top hip just to make sure it stays still. Now flex the bottom foot and push it into the floor. And then we kick forward. Nice and easy. Forward and back without moving your upper body. So no swaying forwards as you take that leg back. That's naturally kind of what wants to happen. But by pushing down on the foot that's on the floor and keeping everything still by engaging the center, you won't move. You can have your hand resting here just in front for a little bit of extra help if you need it. But if you want more of a challenge, put your hand up and reach to the ceiling. Good. 5 more. 4, keep pushing that foot down on the floor. Don't let it lift. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to keep this leg back now, so it's in line with the body again, and the front leg stays forward. Reach it long, push the top hip down and away, and then just lift that leg up, about double hip height now. So just exhale and lift. Try and drop the toes down so that the heel's going up. So it's slightly rotated inwards. And that's just going to make sure that we're using the right muscles in the hips. So it's probably not really aching much yet, but we do quite a few of these. So wait for it to kick in. About now, I would say it's starting to awaken. I like nice words for these things rather than horrible words. Let's awaken the muscles that have had a little bit of a break. Hibernating in this weather. So can everyone feel it now? Good. We got 10 more. It's quite a few of these today, sorry. It's all about the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a little arc here now. We're going to bring that leg up and tap in front of our front foot. Then we're going to arc it up and back and tap behind. These muscles are already a little bit sore, so we're using a slightly different muscle now. Take it as high as you can on an exhale, tap in front and back. Whew. A little bit faster if you can. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, all the way back. Okay, now bring those legs back in line with the body so that they're in a nice straight line again. Lay out on your arm if you're not already there. Stretch the body super long. We haven't done this for ages. I've missed this. Double leg lift. Squeeze and lift the legs together and just float them up in line with the body. You don't have to lift them all the way up to the ceiling. I want you to imagine that you're stretching your toes to try and touch the opposite wall and keep it lifted and hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just rest it down for a second. So you're going to feel that in this top side waist here. Maybe a little bit in your glutes again. We're going to do that one more time. So stretch the legs first, then they just naturally float up. Don't even have to think about it. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Let's go for a side swim. So take the feet apart from each other and then start to kick them super fast as if you're swimming. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Okay, bring the knees in. Try and keep the feet off the floor if you can. Use your hands. Don't touch the floor. We're swimming away from those sharks. Okay, stretch the legs back in line with your body on the other side and you're all set to go. Feet come forwards. Bottom foot super glued to the mat. Underneath waist slightly lifted away. Just get a little row of ants to march under there. So tiny gap. Let's lift that top leg. Find that comfortable position. Hips are stacked. Kicking it forwards and back. So nice and simple to start. Keep pushing down on the floor with that underneath foot. It's going to want to move slightly, but we don't want it to. Remember, you can take your top arm up if you want more of a challenge, or just rest those fingertips lightly in front. Try not to lean on the hand too much. If it's really challenging, just make the move smaller. Just do a couple of inches forward, a couple of inches back. Over time, you will become stronger. So if you're just starting out, it might be a little bit challenging now, but we will start somewhere. And practice will make us a lot better over time. So keep with it. All the new people joining us today. 3 more. 2. And 1. Bring that leg back in line with the body. Stretch the hip down and away if you can, and then lift and lower. Remember, just have the toes slightly angled down towards the floor. That's just going to give us a better activation here. So this is quite an easy one in that it's simple, but effective. So we do quite a lot of these. Try and relax the foot if you can. Let it go floppy and relaxed. Exhale as you lift. Inhale to lower. So I think last time we did about 30 of these. So we have to do the same. So coming up next, the arc and tap forward and back. And then our side lying lift. And our side swim. And then we're down on the legs for today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep lifting that belly in and up. 1, and now lift and tap. Whoa! This is harder on this side today. So try and lift if you can. Over the time that we get to finish this exercise, we're going to get a little bit lower each time probably, but maybe not. 1 more. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, bring the legs back in line with the body. Now you get to chill a bit, lay out on your arm, stretch the legs, and they just naturally float up so easily. Squeeze the legs together, keep lifting belly in and up, squeezing a little bit both sides of your bottom just to keep those legs lifted and strong. Get those legs as straight as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower, relax. Getting ready to go again. Just make sure you're in a straight line. I'm just going to check. Felt like I was slightly further back than I should have been. So starting again from a straighter position and go. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay up and we do those fast side swims for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 10. Fast as you can. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let's come onto our backs. We're almost out of time. We're just going to have a little stretch because we used our glutes quite a little bit there today. So I'm going to have one little shoulder bridge. So we're going to bring our feet close to our bottom, getting ready to come up into our bridge. So slowly start to peel the spine away, push the hips up, and come all the way up to the top of your shoulder bridge. You can interlace the fingers underneath you, tuck the shoulders under if you want more, and then just push the hips up. Breathe normally at the top here, and then release the hands, shoulders. Slowly exhale, coming all the way down. One section at a time of the spine. Now we're going to cross our left leg and foot over the right knee. Push the knee out to the side, stay there if you're feeling a stretch enough here. If you want more, reach through, grab hold of the underneath thigh and then pull it towards you. That should give you a stretch all around here. You can also add to it by pushing the knee out if you want more. So just breathe and relax here. Try not to hold your breath when you're stretching. So, and you can also rock a little bit from side to side for even more of a stretch. And there's another level. And then just swap over. So right foot comes over, push the knee out to the side. It might be different on this side, so you might not need more of a stretch. Stay there if that's enough, or reach through, pull that knee in towards your chest. And then if you want to rock, you can do that too. Wow, I don't know where you are, guys, in the world, but it's gone from pouring with rain from when we first started to bright sun and blue sky now outside. So all seasons. Okay, and then just bring yourself up to seated, or you can stay on the floor if you want to. I have to sit up just to say my goodbyes, but feel free to stay down there and have some more stretches or do some more work if you want to. Thanks for joining me. It was lovely to see so many people, and I hope the people that were new today enjoyed the class. If you have any questions or any comments, just let me know. I'll just hang around for a few minutes afterwards just to check. Otherwise, see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you. Thanks, guys.